Hello, welcome. I'm here today to show you how you can record your tinnitus. That's right, tinnitus is not a medical condition for most, but a technological condition. And I can prove that by showing you how a simple recording on a microphone such as this can be used to capture the high pitch that you're hearing in your ears. And it can even capture the crickets and and all that sort of stuff that goes on with it. So without further ado, I'm going to show you first of all Audacity. This is Audacity here. It's pretty simple. Just download that and install it. You can use it on any platform that you like. Getting a line in, you'll just need to select your audio setup, recording device, and select which device works for the microphone that you want to use. I'm using this little external one. It's just on default and my system's set up to use it like that. Ask AI if you have trouble with that. It'll fix it. It'll give you plenty of info on your specific configuration. This little recording meter is very useful. Click on that one and enable silent monitoring. And then we can see that we're getting a line in. So I've got mine set up as mono. It doesn't matter whether it's mono or stereo, you'll still be able to see this. I recommend working in a mono channel just for simplicity. And that can all be set up in here as well in your audio settings. I'm not going to go into that, it's beyond the scope of this. All right, so without further ado, I can currently hear mild tinnitus. It's not that strong. They seem to have backed it off, I think, because maybe the AI understands what I'm doing and is trying to minimize it, but it's a constant for me. I've always got this playing. I've figured out ways of dealing with it with white sound, but again, beyond the scope of this video. So to capture this, all I'm going to do is capture a 30-second clip, and then I'll stop it, and then we'll analyze what's in the clip. You need to turn off all background sounds. I've got nothing on in my background, so it's very quiet here, and I'm just going to hit record. So let's go. Okay, so now we've got our 30-second clip, and this is what it looks like. If I select here and then just hit this little one here that says fit project to width, then we'll get the whole clip in, and it looks just like a flat line, and that's because we were quiet. And if I play that, it'll reflect that. We hear nothing. Okay, so let's fix that. So I'm going to just get you to press these three dots here and go into multi-view and then open this channel right up. So this is your waveform, which looks like a flat line, and this is, you can see that there's some stuff coming through in the low end, but again, it's so quiet that you won't be able to hear it. And up here you can see that there is a line between 15 and 19 kilohertz. I'm going to just make this a little bit bigger. That is a line that's consistent and flat. You can see that all the way, but let's make this louder for starters. So we're going to select the top here, audio, and then, or you can go Control A, and go Effect, Volume and Compression, Amplify. I'm going to put in 5 here, and then I'm going to press Apply. Now that, you'll see this more noise start to come out through here. And then I'm going to go to Effect, Repeat Amplify, or Control R. So just make sure your clip's selected again. Control R, and it's coming through, Control R, and we'll start to see the waveform come out. Control R, Control R, Control R, there we go. Now, that's it. Once you've got some of your peaks just starting to touch the 1 on either end, -1 to +1, that's a good waveform that we can now listen to. So let's listen to some of that. Just sounds like noise. Okay, great. So now there's something that we need to look at in this spectrograph. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into spectrograph view primarily. So I'll turn off multi-view and I'll select spectrogram. With spectrogram, spectrograph, potato, potato. All right, so what you'll notice here is we've got a lot of low end sound down the bottom, which we're not going to go into. But what we're interested in is this high end sound. Now, you'll note for most people, their tinnitus sits somewhere between 1,700 and 20,000, which is exactly where we've got this. You'll also note there's another line right here, and I'm going to you can zoom in on this by just selecting, say, from 11,000 and scrolling up, right? Make that selection up to about 20,000 and let go. And now, yep, let's do it again. 15,000 to 20, we'll go to 19,000 because everything's sitting in there. Now, what is it that we're looking at here? Okay, what are we looking at? Well, these are bands of frequency that are playing consistently and stronger than the rest of the frequencies coming through. So this is all white noise, background noise, just the effect of the microphone picking up, ambient hum, the hum of being in a house, of being, you know, in a community or in a city. But generally, these very pronounced parts are what your tinnitus is. So I've just recorded the tinnitus, and you'll see it's not just one frequency that's playing, but tinnitus, the thing that makes it so full and irritating is that it's multiple bands all playing at the same time. Right, that's better. I've just changed that scale so you can see. So these are playing at around, I think if I make this a bit bigger. Right, so we've got ones at around 17.8 kilohertz. We've got another one just below 18 kilohertz. We've got another one at 18.1, and we've got another one at 18.2. The primary one sits at around 18, and that's what you're going to hear basically is like a chord being played that eats away at your brainstem and slowly drives you mad, which is thanks to the signals being beamed directly at us and making us sensitive to these signals from the nanoparticulates that are within the ears and inside the ear canal, nose, anything that you inhale from the metal particulates outside in the air that are sprayed on us constantly. We'll also note that there's a few anomalies down here in the 16K range, and these actually look like a repeating pattern. So if we zoom in here, I've got control and scroll in here. You'll see this is like a Morse code. Dut, 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 dut. So I play that. Right. So that's just to get the pace. One. So that would sound a bit like a cricket. This. And a lot of people report that sensation when they get tinnitus. So what we've got is we've got a high-end pitch beep, at around 18K. Get a tone generator and play 18K and see what that sounds like. 18 kilohertz. That's what most people's tinnitus sits in. And then down here in the 16, we've also got a low going like this. And so and it actually looks like it goes in and out. So that would be like a cricket sound, like, so it's like coming in and out. There you are. That's tinnitus. We've just recorded our tinnitus. Not in the head, outside the head. Therefore, the signal is outside the head and we are sensitive to it. I believe it's an AM signal being sent to people deliberately and it's weaponized because mine actually changes. I'll do another one to prove that shortly. There's evidence, people. Tinnitus generally is not a medical condition. It is frequency. Thank you.